In the heart of the Golden Valley, perfection wasn't just a pursuit, it was a sacred law. Every dewdrop reflected a precise geometry, and every bee buzzed in strict rhythmic harmony. This was a micro-empire built on consistency. The duck pond was its crown jewel, where every hatchling was expected to be a visual masterpiece of yellow fluff and perfect curves. Here, being average was safe, but being different was dangerous. But nature occasionally colors outside the lines. It was a sweltering afternoon under the canopy of giant maple leaves. 5 perfect eggs cracked open, releasing 5 perfect golden notes. Yet, the largest, coarsest gray egg remained motionless. Until crack. It wasn't a chirp, it was a heavy thud, like an ancient secret being unveiled, as the ugly duckling hatches out of the large gray egg. Out he crawled, with oversized feet, a coat of scruffy gray feathers, and eyes large enough to hold the sadness of the entire world. The mother duck fell silent. In that moment, even the cicadas seemed to hold their breath, in a world demanding absolute symmetry. Different is ruthlessly misread as a glitch. They called him the Ugly Duckling. That name became a shackle, because he looked different. The way he swam was wrong. The way he flapped his wings was wrong, and even the rhythm of his breath was seen as an affront to the rules. He looked down at his reflection in a muddy puddle and felt for the first time a loneliness called original sin. He wasn't ugly, he was simply unread. Escape is sometimes the only salvation. Crossing the high fence, the world suddenly became vast and wild. In the sunset-drenched marsh, he met Barney and Bennett, 2 rugged wild geese with feathers like iron and spirits like jazz. Barney told him, "Kid, ignore the fence talk. Your veins pulse with the melody of flight, not the feet of a barnyard. You aren't ugly. You're just a demo track that hasn't dropped yet." For the first time, he heard a definition of freedom. But then, the roar of a shotgun shattered the rhythm. The blizzard pushed him into a farmhouse cottage. It was warm inside, yet colder than the ice. A black cat licked its paws from a high shelf. A hen scrutinized the uninvited guest from her basket. They were the auditors of this society, their eyes icy with pragmatism. The cat asked, "Can you purr and spark with static?" The hen asked, "Can you lay profitable eggs? In this house, if you cannot produce value, your dreams are merely a waste of floor space." He realized that this warmth had a price: the erasure of his soul. When the duckling described the joy of diving into deep water, the way the world turned silent and blue, they only responded with a mocking sneer. "If your joy cannot be monetized, it is meaningless," the cat purred. In that prejudiced little room, he understood. Some places are warm, but they offer no home for the spirit. He turned back toward the freezing wind, choosing the wilderness where he might freeze, but where he would at least be real. This was the dark night of the soul. The ice closed in like tightening fingers. On the edge of losing consciousness, he looked up at the deep firmament. In that moment, a flock of luminous, wide-winged beings streaked across the stars. It was his first sight of swans. He felt no envy, only a violent ache of recognition. Even on the coldest night, his heart felt a sudden warmth because he finally knew that beauty existed. Spring didn't arrive from the outside. It was brewed deep within his bones. The sun melted the ice, and with it, his last shred of self-doubt. His neck grew long, his wings became white and taut with power. When he stretched for the first time, he realized that his heavy shackles had turned into wings of wind. He soared, rising above the grass that once felt like mountains, straight into the golden clouds. He landed on the emerald waters of a royal garden. 3 majestic swans glided toward him, instinctively bowed his head, bracing for rejection. But then he saw at the Pixar magic moment. The water was no longer a broken mirror, but a true autobiography. The reflection wasn't a gray glitch. It was a swan with a pearlescent glow and a neck like a line of poetry. He no longer needed permission to exist. He was the masterpiece. It doesn't matter if you were born in a duck yard as long as you were laid in a swan's egg. He flew toward a higher sky, never looking back for an apology from those who mocked him. True success isn't proving them wrong. It's finally seeing yourself right. If you are in your cold winter right now, remember, your wings are gathering strength. Like and subscribe, and let us wait with you for the spring that is surely coming.